My name's George Bamford from Bamford Watch Department. So Bamford Watch Department, basically we personalise watches. My motto is, if you can imagine it, we can create it. Actually, my love of watches started with a Breitling Navitar, and this is something that I got given. And for me, that was the first watch that kind of started that light bulb moment. So for me, like, you know, a bullhead Omega, I loved the idea of it being unusual because I love the unusual dial, but also I loved the shape. I loved that people kind of got out of the norm and became something that was new and something that was special. My business started where I took this watch to bits, so the hands aren't right. The glass dome's been broken 5 or 6 times. My watch service guys hate the movement because I haven't put it back together normally and I did this and did that. But for me, it's the watch that I feel very close to, I feel the love affair with. It started my idea of saying, okay, this has got a heart. So then what I did was I thought, fine, I'm going to do one watch for me, a black Rolex GMT Master. And this is the first ever watch I customized. I wore it over summer and I got 25 orders. And that's how my business started, because people said, I want that watch. Both these watches are priceless to me. They've got a soul. I use a family business called JCB, there's yellow diggers on the side of the roads. And it's construction. So I use JCB as the R&D department to then find the coating. Then we developed it. We've built up and built up. And when I talk about souls of watches, and these are the different things that have come into my world, one of them is a Rolex Milgauss. It is the most plain Jane watch, but it means a hell of a lot to me in my life. By happenstance, I've worn this the day I got engaged, the day I got married, the day all of my children got born. So this for me holds that spirit. I was talking to a client of mine and I said to him, this watch I will never trade for anything else. And he said, well, what about a Sky Moon Tourbillon? What about an engraved this or a such and such watch? And I said, no, I'd never trade this for the world. The reason why is it will be for my children and, you know, something that they will remember. And it's a story of that. So when I talk about those stories, I have memories of certain watches in my life. And one of them is my grandfather's watch. Worth nothing. Really, you know, battered up. And it took me 10 years to find it. It left my family, my grandfather died, and it got given away. And it's one of my big memories of him is I remember this very big gold, blue dial, blue bezel Submariner, but I have not restored it. It's got the original dents, the original batters, the original, everything that was his original thing. And for me, I'm so happy to get it back in. So when I talk about the soul, this has had his soul. So when I look at the key watches, the Breitling Navitar started my love affair with watches. The GMT started my business. My hobby is my business. And that's kind of crazy because I could have been in another world. And for me, that's the cool thing, is I'm not in another world. I'm doing my hobby to my business to everything, and I'm saying, this is where I go. I kind of go, well, why not? I think to myself is that I'm not confined to one situation. I think that it's about the curiosity of mind. And I think if you can't be curious about design, then what am I doing in this world? The Monaco, the Monza, the Silverstone, the calculator, where did they come from? Who was crazy enough to think of those? And they came out and wow, they've shaped history.